Hello and welcome back to another video from Vero Motors. Today I'm in this beautiful 2019 Audi TT Black Edition. So as well as being the very good looking third generation of this car, the Black Edition with those black accents, wing mirrors, those fantastic large black alloy wheels, and of course that big unmissable black spoiler. After driving this for a few minutes, I can confirm that it doesn't disappoint. It is just as good to drive and to be in than it is to look at. So this is Audi TT's third generation. So what does that mean? Well, it means for the best part of 20 years, since 1998 this car first came out, you've had nearly 20 years of refinement, of tweaking, of feedback, of improvements, and the third generation is a fantastic car, and it just builds on the best points of the previous two generations whilst also improving the bits that needed improving for this generation. So this particular model is the 2-litre TFSI or petrol variant, developing 194 brake horsepower, and for a small petrol engine this car is more than capable. It drives really well. It's a fantastic balance between sensible running costs and performance. So this automatic gearbox, the DSG from Audi Volkswagen Group, is fantastic. The gear changes are smooth, they're very, very crisp. You've also got flappy paddle from behind the steering wheel, which you can use to change gear very, very quickly, again seamlessly. You've also got the driver select mode, so you can choose. If I press that button, I can choose between efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic and individual. So quite a lot of choice there. You've got the dynamic, which will firm everything up. Steering will get heavier, throttle response will get a lot quicker. Or the individual mode, which you can tailor towards your specific needs. So throttle response, steering weight, that sort of thing. So motoring cliches aside, this is a really, really nice place to sit. So you've got Audi's virtual cockpit, which is just fantastic. It's got everything that you could possibly need. So at the moment I've got it in the full screen navigation mode. So you've got your speed, your revs, and then the rest of the screen is dedicated to the map, which is just brilliant. But you can control the entire car from the virtual cockpit, and with the aircon and heated seats being within the vents themselves, it means that you do away with the screen. There's now no screen that's dominating the dash or getting in the way of your drive, which normally I like a screen. It's easy to just do what you need to do to turn down the volume and so on, but actually in this car, where space is at a premium, it's a smaller car, I think it's very, very cleverly done, because you've got everything that you need either on the screen, on the steering wheel, or within arm's reach. So you're not delving in a screen of submenu and submenu like a lot of electric cars these days. It's all very, very easy and controllable. So the rest of the car is in fantastic shape. This particular model is only on 19,000 miles. It smells like a new car. It feels like a new car. Everything is firm and nice to touch. There's no annoying creaks and rattles apart from my voice. So practicality is actually surprisingly good for a sports coupe. You've got quite a lot of space here in the front. Lots of leg and driver adjustment. You've got a little cubby hole down here, which has got your USB ports, as well as a built-in phone wireless charger, which is a really handy feature. You've got a cup holder down here. You've got a surprisingly big boot because it has a hatchback tailgate, so it opens that way. The boot is surprisingly big, so it's around 300 litres with the rear seats up. If you put those down, you get a very surprisingly 715 litres. Speaking of the seats, this is a 2+2, which means that there are 2 rear seats, but if I'm being honest, you're not going to be taking your friends. They are child seats, or very small friends indeed. It's not a generic 4-seater coupe car, so you're best reserved for 2 people, or giving your friend the occasional lift home somewhere. But with the seats folded down, the boot's really good for a car of this size, and being a sports coupe, it's really rather good actually when the seats are down. You've got a host of different driver aids. As I've mentioned, you've got the different driving modes. This particular example has got auto lights, auto wipers, weather sensing front fog lights. You've got a host of different gadgets within the driver's mode. You've got DAB radio. You've got Audi's Connect system, so you can download the app and control a host of features with the car directly from your smartphone, which is a really good feature, really handy. In terms of running costs then, they again are actually pleasantly surprising. So you're going to average about 40 miles per gallon combined across city driving and motorway driving, which for this amount of performance, yes, is only 200 horsepower, but actually it's quite a light car, so you know, it's quite quick. And for this amount of performance, you're looking at 38E or 38, depending on the spec of the car, for the insurance group, which is higher than the average, but actually, given it's a sports car, given it's pretty fast, given the amount of tech you've got, I think that's pretty good indeed. Tax, you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear, is only £190 for the year, because this is a Euro 6 petrol engine, ULEZ compliant. It's a really good car for city drivers. So what's it like to drive? Well, I expected this car to be good at driving, and it definitely hasn't disappointed. The steering wheel with this flat bottom is a pleasure. It feels really nice in your hand. I'm just in normal mode at the moment. As I said, gear changes are smooth and slick. If I change this now to dynamic mode, the throttle response instantly firms up. I'm now in S4 dynamic, S4 being the gear there. So the dynamic mode, I can feel that the steering has got heavier and weightier. This car just feels like it wants to go. It is ready and raring, and it feels aggressive and it feels fun. So a really nice car to drive. You can hear it holding onto the gears more, so you can get more from it. But the rest of the car is great. The seats, the Alcantara-ish suede seats, very comfortable. I was a little bit concerned, as they look like bucket seats, that comfort would be an issue. But actually, again, this strikes a really good balance between being firm and pinch you into your seat, but not being uncomfortable. There's loads of adjustment. This particular model is manual adjustment of the seats, and I'm not against that. I'm fine with that. They're comfortable. They are heated. There's plenty of adjustment manually. So driving this car feels great. You're low down to the ground. It feels very driver focused. You've got all these instruments here slightly pointed towards the driver. You've got quite a low roof line, so again you feel locked in. You feel like this is a car ready to drive. Talking about this model in particular, this is a 2019, as I said, 2-litre petrol or TFSI. This particular model has only done 19,000 miles, so it feels broadly brand new. This comes with full Audi dealership history and will come with 12 months MOT, and as always with Vero Motors, a fresh service as well. So it's a brilliant car for 1 to 2 people using it regularly. It's a great blend between being a really, really engaging car to drive, but actually quite sensible. You can use this every day in and around town, ULEZ compliant, very, very sensible running costs. But yeah, you can still have fun with it. You can still put it into efficiency mode or comfort mode, and you could, go up the motorway to visit your friends, and you'll get very sensible miles per gallon. But then equally, you put it in dynamic mode on a British B road, and you'll have a lot of fun as well. So, in conclusion, a really, really good modern sports car for good money. This at £23,000 or just over represents really, really good value. It's got every type of modern gadget that you could possibly need. A great, efficient, powerful engine that Audi have just been tweaking for the past 15 years or so. The car itself, I've been very, very impressed with. I could happily drive around in this all day. I am very pleasantly surprised, and I dare say you will be as well. There's really not a lot to fault about this car. The only downside is rear legroom and passenger space, but equally you'll know that going into this car. This is predominantly a 2-door car with the option for 2 rear seats, but it's not something to rely on. But equally, if you go into it knowing that, then you won't be disappointed. The rest of the car is fantastic. There's a Mark II example I just drove past. It's a really great car. I really can't fault it. It's comfortable. It's a relaxing place to be, but a good blend of sensible driving, but also fun driving. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe, give us a like, it really helps us. If you've got a question about this particular Audi TT, do drop us a comment. We will get back to you as we always do. If you've got a question about other cars that we are stocking, or if you're looking for a car that we can source for you, drop us a message, an email, give us a call. We're based in Derbyshire. We can source a car for you, but we also have very regular changing stock of fun sports cars, but also your everyday cars, your family cars, your SUVs. We really can cater for everyone. So yeah, thanks for watching this if you made it to the end, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.